Hi, guys, and welcome to the Truth Factor, where we do headlines with an attitude, and we are very dedicated. That's all I can say here. Okay, so our internet is in our cell phone. We had no cell phone service at home and no internet. I am on my way to church, and when we got to the next town, um, the internet, our phones was working, and it seems everything else is working around here. Other people had cell phone service and things of that nature, so it might just be our providers. But the thing of that is we have T-Mobile for one, and AT&T towers are the other ones that we use. So I don't know if anybody else is having any AT&T problems. Let me know. But T-Mobile Wi-Fi was definitely down. So that being said, now guys, I'm not going to be able to share the articles with you, but guys, in the description box below, every article is listed. Okay, so we're going to start with the Putin story. Hey, he would be the first to say something. Okay, so this is the thing. Okay, so I guess it was last week sometime. I don't remember if you guys remember. I reported a story because it came from Sky News, Mirror, UK, and there was a couple other ones that said Putin had had a heart attack. Well, then the following day, even I think even MSN had covered it. But then the following day, everybody started putting out articles that said it was a hoax, right? Well, according and Newsweek has an article, but I'm going to cover the Hill. Okay, because the Hill puts a little bit of a different twist on it. Of course they would. They might be hopeful thinking, hopeful, wishful, whatever you want to call it. But there is an article from the Hill in your I'll hold it up so y'all can see. It's the Hill right there. Reports of Putin's death might not be greatly exaggerated. That's what the Hill is reporting, right? So, this is what they are reporting: is Russia President Vladimir Putin dead? According to a mysteriously Russian telegram channel called Generals SVR and Valery Solvey, a prominent Russian political analyst, the answer is yes. In fact, the Russian president supposedly breathed his last on Thursday, October 26th. The Putin we see now is thus actually his double, who Solovey claims has been filling in for the sickly real Putin for several months. Few Russians or Western analysts believe General SVR and Solovey, who some say are one of the same person. After all, they have no concrete evidence supporting their sensational claims. They do provide a remarkable detailed account of Putin's supposed death that enhances their uh, verisimilitude, but imaginative crackpots and secret police provocateurs would be expected to do the same. The problem is that Solovey strikes one as anything but a crackpot or dupe of the Federal Security Service. He has a biting sense of humor, speaks well, argues logically, and generally comes across as the kind of professor every student would want. Other than his claims regarding Putin's death and the supposed exile of Yevgeny Prigozhin, the deceased head of the mercenary Wagner Group, to an island off the coast of Venezuela, his analysis of Russia's internal politics are invariable, smart, and incisive. So if Solovey isn't a madman or a puppet, he must be one of two remaining possibilities, as would be the opposition leader, who may or may not really believe that Putin is dead. Solovey may be determined to sow confusion in the ranks of Russian elites and among ordinary Russians, leading them to wonder whether the great leader is still alive and to question whether the man claiming to be Putin really is Putin, thereby undermining his legitimacy. With Russia's presidential election scheduled for March 2024, popular doubt about Putin's health and existence can only complicate the Kremlin's plans regarding just who should run and what margin of victory should there be. Un- uh, Unsurprisingly, Putin's spokesman, the ever uh, mendacious Dmitry Peskov, felt compelled to deny rumors of Putin's death and the existence of Putin's doubles as fake. Peskov is always assumed never to tell the truth. Was the denial a confirmation, or was it really a denial? The other possibility is that Solovey, a general SVR, are not bona fide independent democratic oppositionists as they claim to be. They may be, in fact, be agents of the security services or a spokesperson for the powerful elites able to provide Solovey, who lives in Moscow and despite his savage criticism of Putin, has managed to avoid arrest with protection. The intended effect of the death claim would be the same doubt, confusion, and delegitimation. But the fact that the instigators could be establishment elites has more worrisome implications for Putin and the political system. Two Democrats in cahoots with a handful of others in Russia can effectively spread rumors but cannot unpin the existing system. In contrast, elite efforts to delegitimize the current regime bespeak a significant crack within what appears to outside observers as a mythological regime. And that in turn means that the post Putin power struggle has already broken out. Even if the real Putin is still alive, it's broken out because the elites, both those supporting Putin and those opposing him, believe that Putin is too integrated to the, I don't know if that was a mosquito or not, too weak or too politically um, moribund to make a difference. Would the elites providing cover to Solvay to be dramatically inclined or at least opposed to retaining the existing Putinite system, given Russians' political culture, given that this population has been taught to despise liberalism and democracy for over 2 decades, and given the high likelihood that this establishment elites may be out to merely reform the system and not replace it? Chances are that Solovey's possible protectors are conservative reformers who would want to dismantle the worst aspects of Putinism and try to end the war against Ukraine before the number of Russian dead exceeds 300,000. Solvay himself describes his politics as liberal conservative, which may be the appropriate modifiers to describe his protectors. Regardless of whether Putin is physically dead or alive, the braha over his rumored death clearly shows that he's in serious trouble. Hundreds of thousands of Russians have read General SVR's and Solovey's claims. Many more are discussing them. Seeds of doubt about the grandpa in the bunker, as Putin's critics call him, have been planted. And just as the general and Solovey have no proof of Putin's death, their critics have no proof of his life, as one can always claim that the man claiming to be the real Putin is really a doppelganger. Russian politics is becoming even more bizarre than usual. Strap on your seatbelts. The next few weeks and months are likely to be even more full of surprises. Alexander J. Motley is a professor of political science at Rutgers University, New York, a specialist on Ukraine's Russia and the USSR of nationalism, revolution, empires, and theory. He is the author of 10 books of nonfiction as well as imperial ends. Anyway, who cares about all that, right? So, all right, Daryl. Okay, so who knows? Um, they're denying that he's dead, obviously, but is this a political um agenda? Is this done to oust Putin? I don't know, guys. I have no clue, but somebody's going through some great lengths to, let's just say, give somebody the a reasonable doubt that something has happened to Putin, guys. Whether or not that he had that heart attack, they resuscitated him, whether or not that he's dead or alive, there are these rumors that are about there. It is cold in Indiana. Yes, it is indeed. It is indeed, brother. It is. Now, I I don't know if you've had any issues or not, but where we live, we have had a cellular outage as well as internet outage. and we have been dealing with that all day. The Wi-Fi kept going in and out, but then when our cell phones went down and the Wi-Fi, we were like, "What in the heck is going on?" We still had, we still had. Thank you. We still had everything else though. But anyway, so that's the first story. You be the judge if he's dead or not dead. They're Kremlin's still saying no, nothing. It's a hoax, fake news, whatever. But it's not stopping the people from putting the information out, right? Hi, Joe Potter. How are you? I hear you. Absolutely. Um, so anyway, so that is the first article about Putin. Then we're gonna get caught up on all the stuff happening. Um, hopefully anyway. Okay, so this is from Hal Turner. Iran warns Israel if the war expands any further, we cannot say that Israel would lose because nothing will remain of Israel to be described as a loser or a winner. Iran. If an immediate ceasefire doesn't take place by the U.S., the Zionist regime, then consequences would be harsh. Jordan ejects Israel ambassador, recalls Jordanian ambassador from Israel, neither to return until war on Gaza stops. Then there's this. Um, there was a tweet. It says Hezbollah and Iran informed America that they have until Friday morning before Sayed Nasralli's speech to end the aggression against Gaza, or else they will enter into a direct and open war with the entire resistance axis, and there will be no going back. So until Friday, Hezbollah and Iran have urged America to cease aggression against Gaza by Friday morning or face direct war with the entire resistance axis. Update at 2:32. In Qatar, we discussed political initiatives, including establishments of an interim ceasefire and sending humanitarian aid to Gaza in exchange of civilian captives by both sides. This would include all Palestinian female and very young prisoners held by Israel. Um, the U.S. Army has placed approximately 2,000 soldiers on high alert for potential deployment in support of Israel. On November 3rd, Hezbollah chief Nasrallah is scheduled to deliver a speech. Many analysts anticipate a potential escalation of military operation by Hezbollah. Let's see. I'm going to see something really quick, see if there's anything else. Hopefully, anyway. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh. Okay. Then we're following right along. Hi, Carol. Where'd you go? Well, I don't know. I mean, if he had, they probably, I mean, there's certain people that you just don't want to die, and that's the people in charge, right? And if they did, for whatever reason, you might want to try cover it up, right? I don't think I don't think in the middle of war they would be rolling out this information to, in my opinion. But just saying. Okay, so Hal Turner. Yet another war. Iraq Islamic resistance tells the U.S. get out of Iraq or all American troops here will face a military attack. The United States has been told by Iraqi groups that all American troops must leave Iraq immediately or all U.S. bases in the country will be attacked, all troops killed. One American present in Iraq is too much, Abu al-Awali said. Today, the Secretary General of the Iraq Islamic Resistance, Harak al-Nubaj, and Shaki Akrim al-Kabah confirmed that the Iraqi Islamic Resistance has decided to liberate Iraq militarily. The matter has been resolved, and what is coming is greater. The speaker continued by saying, we in the Islamic Resistance, Al-Qaf, send an unequivocally message that we are ready and we will continue to strike American bases until our land is liberated. So, There is that. Then we have from War News 247, guys. And I can't read this because, okay, I won't be able to read this. This here was because I'm on my tablet and I can't read it. Turkey and Iran threats. That's all that was. Scratchy Mike. Yeah, I bet it is. I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. I do indeed. I am on location here in the lovely car because we have no internet at home and no cellular service. Anyway, so then we have, so we can't read the War News 247 because of my device doesn't read. Won't transcribe it, translate it. Okay, so then we also have end time headlines with the FBI warns terrorism threat in America is at an all high time following the Hamas attack. Guys, if we have the FBI warning us, maybe we might be needing to pay attention. And try not to keep you in there. Move your head.
Mom was supposed to sit right here.
Sit behind me.
Right.
Well, stop it. Anyway, being kicked out. You were kicked out of the bus station. Why were you kicked out of the bus station? I hope you have a better day. $2 is going to buy a bag of groceries. No, I don't know. $2 is going to buy a bag of anything. It sounds like it. Hey, Watchman. You can see why I hear you. The sun is really bright in the back window, isn't it? Anyway, so the FBI has put out a warning. I'm not going to read that, but you can take a gander at it. I'm trying to get through these articles, guys, because we are in a hurry here now. U.S. sends 300 more troops to the Middle East, raising total to 1,200. And as Hal Turner reported, there is 2,000 on high alert. And then there was an incident, guys. Sorry. There was, oh my gosh. Well, it's not. It's just the sun in the back window. How's that? Is that a little better? We'll block everything out, right? Okay, so developing. Multiple students stabbed at a high school in Los Angeles, and school is on lockdown. An attacker at large. So at least 3 students were stabbed at the Van Nuys High School in Los Angeles on Wednesday morning. The school was placed on lockdown, and the attacker was at large. At 10:50 a.m., LAPD received a stabbing call at Van Nuys High School. Officers are at the scene assessing for victims. There is no suspect information at this time per Los Angeles School PD. The school is on lockdown. Monitor this thread for additional info when available, the APD Media Division said on Wednesday. It is unclear what led to the stabbing. All victims, minor teen boys, were transported to a local hospital. One victim is in serious condition. Several students were stabbed at Van Nuys High School late Wednesday morning. Officials said the attacker remains at large. A few minutes before 11, the Los Angeles Police Department received a call that 2, possibly 3 students had been stabbed. The Los Angeles Fire Department confirmed they responded to the incident at the 6500 block of North Cedros Avenue, which is located adjacent to the school, and said there were 3 students wounded. All are teen males, according to Nicholas Pragg of the LAFD. So that's kind of scary. And I think that is what I have, guys, for you today. I'm sorry I couldn't read that one War News 247 article. I really did want to read that article there, guys. But right now, that is all that I have for you. Bloomington bus closes early. Uh-oh. Is that a normal, or they just are closed, or they're closing early out of normality? Yeah, they are. Anyway, and daylight savings is coming Sunday, right? I think it's Sunday or next Sunday, the 6th, I think. Anyway, it's coming very soon, right? All right, guys. $2 will get the bag. I love y'all. Anyway, that is what I have for you today. Hopefully, when we get out of church, we'll be able to do maybe an update of anything. We might just have prayer, just depending. But we're on our way to church anyway. God bless y'all. I hope y'all have a lovely afternoon. Anyway, um, hopefully we don't have to um, keep going out on these locations. I don't like doing the stream from my phone like this, but we got to do what we got to do, right? Anyway, you all have a blessed day, and all of those articles are in the box below in the Wixit link. Anyway, have a blessed day, guys, and we'll see you later. Bye.